Hi, thanks for joining us in today's video. Today we're going to talk about creating widgets. There are three types of widgets in Zuni: a communication, a scheduler, and an RSS feed. Let's jump right in and take a look at each. So here we are on the dashboard. Each one of these squares represents a different widget. And in the three types, if we look at communication, this is a communication one that a teacher can create that I created called Parent News. So I could post in here holiday events that are going on, fundraisers, just any different kind of messages I might want my parents to know about. This widget is a word of the day. It's a scheduler widget, which means that I've created a spreadsheet that has 300 words that I want to pop up here throughout the year. I could have 10 words or 20. You could have bell ringers, daily oral language, prompts, just all types of things that just pop up every day. The joke of the day is the same way. These just pop up automatically because they were created on a spreadsheet. Then you have RSS feeds. Wonderopolis is an RSS feed. An RSS feed means a website just pulls in. That's all that it means, is that we're pulling in this website. So anytime that website changes, it changes in here as well. So let's take a look at how do we create our first widget. First, you need to know that to create widgets, you'll find it over here on the left side under Apps. When you click on Apps, this drop down will come and you'll see the word Widgets. So the first widget we want to create is a communication widget. Here you see we have communication, scheduler, and RSS feed. When we click on the scheduler, when we click on the communication button, we're brought to this management page. This management page shows that I already have two widgets created. Now when I want to create another widget, I'm going to look over here to the top right corner and I'm going to see Create Widget. Let's go take a look at the pop-up that appears once we click on that Create Broadcast widget. We're going to title the broadcast widget. We can add collaborators, and if we add a collaborator, we can send an email. We can really style the widget, so what color font do we want, what style of font do we want, and what color do we want in the background. So you have multiple opportunities to pick and design the widget the way that you choose. So let's go ahead and see what it would look like if we added collaborators. If we're going to add collaborators, we check on this button, and then if we want to send an email, we have to check as well. No email will be sent if this button is not checked. We can determine if we want it to go to all classes, if we want to let all of our students collaborate back and comment on anything within a widget, then they'll be able to if we have this selected. Maybe I want to work with my other three third grade colleagues, so I could actually create a widget for third grade colleague collaboration, and we would all be able to comment back and forth and share resources in the widget. We want to remember, once we have everything selected, we want to make sure we click the Save button to the far right corner. And then we can come in and we'll see we're still in our management area for our particular communication widgets. And now I can take a look and I can see I have this pencil, this trash, or this little button right here. This turns this widget on and off. So when you create it, by default it's turned on. If it's something you don't want to show up maybe you're preparing a widget for a month ahead of time, you could just have it turned off, and then when that month gets here, you can turn it on. Notice we have this little button called Add New Message. This is where we're going to actually now put the message that we want to create. So this is going to be our first message. And we're going to talk about our pizza party fundraiser. So in here we can type information about it, we can add a picture, we can add links. So if I had a particular flyer, I could link that particular flyer right here as well. So it makes it easy for everything to be in one location. I can decide when I want that widget, when I want this particular article to post. I can pick the date and time. I can send an email to the people that I'm sending it to. So if I wanted to send it to other colleagues and let them know, hey, I posted something new, I can just again click that Send Email so they'll get a notification. Again, down here I can select my classes. I can do individual or all. You have a lot of flexibility into who you choose to have participate in that particular post. And then if we come down here, remember in the bottom right corner, you always want to click Save. So now you'll see you have your widget right here with your post. But maybe there's something about the post. Maybe you misspelled a word and you noticed when you set it up. No problem. You can just simply click Edit and fix it, and then click Save, and now it will be updated on all of your user screens as well. So it's super easy to also edit and delete a post. Now let's take a look and see what it looks like on our dashboard. So when we come here, we can now see here's our widget and it talks about the pizza party fundraiser. You know that I'm the one that posted. If I had a collaborator and they added a comment back to this post, they would hit the plus button on their dashboard, and then I would see their picture and I would find out their name and the date and time that they responded to the post. So very informative, wonderful way to collaborate with colleagues, parents, your students, administration to teachers in the school. We made communication widget very easy. Now let's take a look at the scheduler widget. So the same thing, we're going to go over to our apps, and then we're going to click and we're going to see the drop down and we're going to see scheduler. And when we do that, we're going to have create schedule widget. So I didn't have any scheduler widgets already created, so this will be my first. So when I click on the scheduler widget, create scheduler widget, I have the same option to make sure that I put a word of the day in, that I can put my title in, and I'm going to make a word of the day. And then I can pick again the font color, the style, the background, and again you want to make sure that you click save. So setting up this title piece for your scheduler widget is super easy, and all the widgets work that same way for the title. Now when I come in, I'm going to see that I've created it, and I'm going to look again up at this set of icons here. These icons are very important when you're working with the scheduler widget because this is the upload. So don't pay any attention to add new message here. This is the upload feature that you're going to use most. Again, you could edit the title, trash it, and turn it on and off. So I'm going to click on the upload, and then this pop-up is going to appear. And in this pop-up, I have an opportunity to be able to download our easy-to-use template. This is what it will look like. You can download it, and then this is what you'll use to upload your widget, the information into your widget. So you're going to have a message, and this may be the word of the day, problem of the day, quote of the day, daily oral language, whatever you're going to put here. And this is the day you want it to start and the day you want it to end. So let's take a quick look at this file and see what it looks like and how easy it might be to work with it. Okay, so here's an Excel file. You could do the same thing. This is our template, and it's fine if you create it in a Google Docs. What's important is that you make sure that these titles are typed exactly the same. So you'd be ahead if you need to take this over to a Google Doc and just right click and copy it, and then take and paste those titles into your Google Doc if that's where you feel you need to work if your computer doesn't have an Excel file. But it must say quote message, start date, end date exactly like it does here, or when you go to upload it will be kicked back. Here's a couple tips working with spreadsheets that might come in handy. Notice how I can't see that entire word here, like it looks like quote something. Up here where I see this line in between the A and the B, I can just hover over it and double click. And that will extend that column to the length of the longest word in there. So now I can see everything. So that's kind of just a little tip and trick in here. Now notice I have this date over here, and I don't want to have to type the date in every time. I'm going to have this open up every day, so there's no need for me to have to type the date. That would be just frustrating. So notice this little square, this bold square on the bottom right corner. I can grab that and just drag it down, and it will now go and just move it forward one day. So from 1-3 to 1-4 to 1-5, 1-6 makes it super easy to do, and I can do the same thing over here. So there's no need to go and type it all the way through. And you can do the same thing in your Google Docs as well. So notice you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what pound, pound, pound is, hashtag, hashtag. I'm not trying to tweet out anything. You just simply go over here and double click. It's just because that was a number and the number was too long. So that's how you can easily just double click and extend your columns to fit whatever you have in here. Now what's very important is when you save it. So you're going to want to go to File, and then you need to save as, and it must be saved as what's called a CSV, and that stands for a comma delimited file. So in your drop down, you can just come down and see CSV comma delimited. That's all you need to make sure, because it has to be a CSV file in order to import. So once your file is ready to go, remember that over in the top right corner to click Save. You can have an opportunity to make sure you picked your font color, your style, your font size, and then the Save button in the bottom right corner. And then it will let you know that you have successfully imported it. And then here's what it's going to look like. So you can come in here, and again, you can add another file if you want to, but it will put one on top of the other. It doesn't delete the previous one. You can edit, trash it, and turn it on and off. Skip this add new message. You can come down here and edit the words. If you're like, oh, I misspelled that word, again, you can edit it, or you can delete one out if you don't want it. So that's all it takes to create your scheduler widget. Super easy. And once done, you will come back and you'll see your scheduler widget here. So you can have a scheduler widget for as many of them as you want for different types of things you might want to have scheduled. Now let's take a look at our third type of widget, the RSS widget. Wonderopolis is a great example. An RSS widget is just a website that feeds in. So that website is going to show up here, and anytime something changes on that website, the changes automatically reflect here. So Wonderopolis is a great example. They have a new wonder every day, and that new wonder changes inside this widget every day. So how do we create that? Again, we're on the left navigation, and we've clicked on apps, and we see the RSS widget. And then again, same as all of the other widgets, up in the top right corner is create your RSS widget. You can see I have one widget created, so let's go create another. So inside here, we are going to put our title, we're going to put the URL. So we have to go to a website and copy and paste the URL. It must have the whole thing, the HTTPS in here as well. Now something you need to know about websites is not all of them will allow the website to be fed in through an RSS feed. So if it won't allow that, then you'll see in a moment what that looks like, and then you'll have to change it. There's no way for us to tell ahead of time whether or not it will allow it. So let's go take a look at what happens when one doesn't allow it in. So see how I have this, oh, sorry you are here. There's nothing here, so you can see the sad face. So that just means, okay, you can just edit it and go and change it again. If I want to put information about it, see this question mark? That's going to give me information about this website. So that's the box we're filling with information. So let's go edit it, and let's go add something new. So let's add Newsela. Newsela is a great website of English language for English language arts, has a lot of great passages and articles in it. So if I put the website in here, and then I can put some information. Newsela has a freemium and premium option. A sign-in is required for certain features. Again, I can, change the design or keep it and decide who it's going to go to. Remember that you want to make sure you click the Save button. And then look, it pops up here. So here is Newsela right here. So I know it's good. It's going to be on my dashboard. And now I can go take a look and see it on my dashboard. So it's a wonderful way to be able to make sure we have all three types of widgets. We have our RSS feed widget, which both of these are. We have our communication widget, our scheduler widget. So it's really, you've become an expert in learning how to put your widgets in. Let's look at one more thing you can do. So we want to make sure that the content that's inside of Zuni, great games, videos, articles, and things, can be instantly shared in the widget as well. So if I have a communication widget for parents, I may want to be able to put some great content in from inside Zuni. So when I find that great content, I'm going to click on the Share button. And when I do, this pop-up will appear that you see right here. And then I want to focus on the little tree. So if I click the Share and then I click the tree, then I'm going to be brought to a new pop-up. And I'm going to use the drop-down right here, and it's going to allow me to see the different widgets that I've created. And I can put that piece of content into any one of these widgets that I want to. So I'm going to put this into Miss Tina's Parent News, and you'll see what that looks like. I can have the option before it goes into that widget to change the title if I want to schedule the date that I want it to show up and the time, to add additional information here, and again to select which users I want to see, make sure are going to actually be able to access this. And again, you click the Save option, and then here it is. You can see now that we have the piece of content in here with our parent piece of news. So the widgets are really a wonderful tool to be able to collaborate, inspire, engage with colleagues and students and families. So remember that you can always chat with us if you want to, and ask us any questions if you have any problems or need anything working with your widgets. We're here to help. So today you did an amazing job creating widgets, communication, schedulers, and RSS feeds. You are now little widget experts. And we hope that your dashboard is populated with lots of them, engaging everyone involved in your educational community. Remember, you can follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to us on YouTube. This is where we keep up with all the cool things we have going on in Zuni. So we want to thank you for joining us in today's video. We appreciate you Zuniing, so we hope that you will continue to come grow with us and have a really good time Zuniing.